Good morning, John. I've been thinking a lot about morality. Maybe it's your book, maybe it's society at large. But my understanding of this word and what it means has been changing, because when I was growing up, I'll be honest, morality, weirdly, was like a kind of a dirty word. To me, morality didn't mean kindness or honesty or fairness. It meant rules about how long your hair could be for some reason. It meant not being allowed to say certain words. It meant being judged for who you loved or which God you believed in or didn't believe in. This idea to me was pretty tightly tied with how to control people rather than how to help or protect people or make society stronger. I was and remain a fan of curse words. But, of course, there are also words that I believe we should definitely not say. Not just me, but other people. Not because they're rude or shocking words, but because I think they make society and people worse. But if there are people who feel the same way about curse words that I feel about slurs, that deep gut-level discomfort, it's worth asking, what's going on here? Starting out with a quick refresher on taboos. When I think of other cultures, a taboo always feels just like a rule. It's something you're not supposed to do or discuss. On the other hand, when talking about my culture, taboos seem like just kind of the way things are and should be. For example, some public nipples are fine, and some public nipples are illegal. We all know together which public nipples aren't okay. No one's confused about it, and no one questions it. Now, you could easily imagine a functional society where all public nipples are fine or where all public nipples are not fine. And that's what a taboo really is. It's so ingrained in society, it doesn't even feel like a rule. It feels like a law of nature. And sometimes when you start asking why these rules exist, why are some nipples not okay, the answers you uncover aren't super pretty. Because often they reveal an effort to control or suppress certain groups rather than to protect anyone. So that's one example of a taboo. Curse words are another example. Sometimes people who are super new to all of this, there's no such thing as a dirty word, it's just sounds and order. But no, we live in a society. In the case of lots of traditional curse words, the fact is that there are things that we do not like to talk about in polite company. There's body stuff and there's sex stuff. And the words for those things also have a tendency to become taboo, just like the things themselves. So thus far, talking about morality, we have norms and taboos that spring from what I think are undesirable aspects of culture, like rules that control women's bodies or the ability of trans or gay people to be publicly trans or gay. And then we have these kind of unharmful, lagging norms that reflect a previous society where we had more hang-ups around poop or sex than we do now. And so we have these powerful words that are nonetheless not really harmful or really helpful. So when morality imposes a lot of controls on people that don't allow them to live the lives that they want to live, I can see why sometimes, even often, the idea of morality has a negative connotation. But of course, morality also serves purposes that I like. And one is to create a society that's just bound together by commonalities, even if they're arbitrary. And this is why I like both cursing and the taboo on curse words. I want to be able to curse. And I can't do that if there's no taboo. Without that taboo, a curse word is just a word, and that's no fun at all. So that second thing, where we have norms and taboos that are just kind of silly, I actually like that. I think that that's good. I think that it binds us together as long as it's not controlling people in a way that harms them. I'm a fan. And I see how those things can have a fuzzy line between them and how that can create tension. But we live in a society and we're individuals, and this is a hard thing. And part of all of that work is just figuring out where that line for you is going to be and then having some fights about it in public. Which is fine. Of course, I've got my ideas of what's too much control and what's not enough. But in general, I think that it's good to have some weird rules that make us us. But there's also a third thing. It's the good kind. It's the good morality that puts controls on behaviors that actually do harm to society and the people in it. Slurs are taboo because slurs are harmful. While curse words carry with them the useless taboo of body shame, slurs carry with them the taboo of hating groups of people for no other reason beside the fact that they're different from you. Slurs are a tool that help you hate, and so we should shun the use of the tool. In the same way, there is and should be a taboo around infidelity to a partner, or cheating on a test, or tax evasion. And this is interesting to me. We used to have a much greater taboo on gambling, and I think I know why. It's because gambling's bad. It sucks. It harms society and individuals. And certainly the gambling addict is the most harmed person, but it's also bad for the people running the casinos and the gambling apps. It incentivizes them to become worse people. The more manipulative and underhanded they become, the more they are rewarded, and a society that rewards antisocial behavior is a worse society. And I feel like this is made worse by the fact that the people who run casinos and gambling apps aren't usually marginalized folks who haven't been given opportunities by society to add value in other ways and so must resort to the harmful ways to earn a living. These people have lots of skills. They could be running other businesses. The extent to which we've normalized gambling through handheld sports gambling apps over the last 5 years, I think it's bad. I think it's pretty bad. And it puzzles me a little bit. I'm not sure how we let it happen. It does seem a little bit like we decided for a while that if it's a way to make money, then it's definitely good. I've even seen the taboo on scamming people lifting a little bit. There's some praise around scamming now in certain circles. That seems related. And if there's a word that I would put on scamming, 100% it's immoral. I hope we can all agree that it is good to have rules you shouldn't lie straight to people's faces. It's so good that you don't even really need a reason why it's bad. Obviously, it does a lot of harms. It hurts other people, it hurts you, it hurts your relationships, it hurts society, it's antisocial. But it's so harmful and so obviously harmful that I am just okay with it being an unquestioned norm, like legal and illegal nipples. I definitely don't want lying to feel like cursing, like a harmless confrontation of a silly rule that gives you a little bit of that transgressive energy. Lying is bad. Real morality isn't about control, it's about impact. It's about care. It's about actual virtue. So, let us sum up. Morality can kind of be divided into 3 things. And I'm not a sociologist, and maybe of course I'm tremendously oversimplifying things here. But morality can be a way of the powerful controlling people with less power, a way to impose a structure that benefits a certain group of people. Morality can also be a way to bind society together with common rules that aren't really good or bad, but that make us us. And finally, actually, morality can be a way to orient us toward being better people who build stronger societies that make life better for more people. And that's the kind of morality that all societies really do need. The kind that doesn't nitpick or punish for the sake of control, but that helps us live together more honestly, more kindly, more equitably, and with more trust. The kind of morality that makes it easier to do the right thing, not harder. That says clearly and consistently, some behaviors are bad because they distort a person and they pull at the threads of society. And virtue, if considered well, if understood as part of a constructive process, is good. It's a part of me that I want to grow, and that I want others to help me grow. John, I'll see you on Tuesday. John, thank you for, over the years, in many ways helping me examine and grow my morality, including with your new book, which is out now, Everything's Tuberculosis. It has just enjoyed its 2nd week as #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. You can get it everywhere, including as an audiobook read by you, John Green. Goodbye.